I have an ankle brace on because I've been playing soccer and my ankle got rolled. So, but I wanted to show y'all these purple flowers. So cute. It honestly makes me sad to see that these trees were cut. They're so big. There's this one too. And they're like in the middle. So I'm like, why did y'all need to cut them? Maybe they were dead? I don't know. I might as well use it as a seat since it's here. This is the perfect place to meditate. That's what I'm about to do. I don't know why, I just sat down. It's almost like I can feel the tree's energy still. Because it's still connected. It's still in the ground. Because when I sat down just now, it was just like a sense of peace in a way, but just like I just feel comfortable. It just feels nice. That's crazy. I'm sorry they cut you down. Some good energy coming. Anyways, I'm about to pray and then meditate. Thank you for this beautiful day. I'd also like to pray for I love you so much. Amen. Guys, I did bring my little microphone, but I'm not gonna get that out yet. About to meditate, and then I brought my Bible. Today I am intentionally making this time for God, because He always makes time for us. So, and it is such a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day. Go outside today. Go be in nature, please. Okay. Is this thing on? Can y'all see me? I still feel like maybe too low. Anyways, honestly, it doesn't even matter if y'all see me. I just want y'all to hear me. Okay. So, I'm reading in 2nd Corinthians. And this I thought was cool because if y'all have watched some of my YouTube videos, I go over a book called Life is for Loving. And then there's another book I went over about the power of positivity. And, coming from the Bible itself, of course, it's just highlighting that as well. So this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 5. If anyone has caused pain, he has caused it not to me, but in some measure, in parentheses, it says not to exaggerate, to all of you. This punishment by the majority is enough for such a person, so that on the contrary, you should forgive and encourage him instead, or else the person may be overwhelmed by excessive pain. Therefore, I urge you to reaffirm your love for him. Um, and that was verse 5 through 8. And then on the other side, next to the verses, there's some explanations for some of it. And so I was reading the explanation. So it says the nature of pain is unclear, though some believe an individual rejected Paul's authority, thereby scandalizing many in the community. The follow up directives he now gives are entirely positive: forgive, encourage, love. Forgive, encourage, love. Basically, I mean, what it's explaining is the same type of things that I've explained before, where being unloving towards someone does nothing but hurt you and also affect everyone else around you. And, just being anything but positive negatively affects you. And Paul is just speaking on how instead of punishing them, their punishment is them being unloving. Their punishment is them already doing the action they chose. So you should just forgive and encourage and love. Because honestly, if you think about it, that's what God does with us every time, we do something wrong. Our punishment is what we did. Our punishment is the action we chose. And God is there to encourage, love, and forgive us. Just is a reflection of who God is for us and how we should be towards each other. There's also something else I wanted to highlight. I gotta double check. I gotta make sure y'all are getting this. Wow, guys. We love that. So, I had readjusted my camera because I feel like these angles I've had y'all at have been crazy. I readjusted it and literally was speaking a whole message to y'all, and y'all didn't get any of it. I was really going into it's okay. I'm still going to share the message. It's a little upsetting because I really feel like I was explaining it so beautifully. But we going to explain it beautifully again. Come on, God. All right. So, this is Second Corinthians chapter 3, starting at verse 1, and I'm going to read verse 1 through verse 5. Are we beginning to commend ourselves again? Or do we need, as some do, letters of recommendation to you or from you? You are our letter, written on our hearts, known and read by all, shown to be a letter of Christ and ministered by us, written not in ink, but by the Spirit of the living God, not on tablets of stone, but on tablets that are hearts of flesh. Such confidence we have through Christ towards God. Not that of ourselves we are qualified to take credit for anything as coming from us. Rather, our qualification comes from God. So I just thought that that was beautifully spoken or beautifully written for many reasons that I'm about to get into. That I already had got into because I already just did this, but it's okay. Okay, so the first thing that I really liked was the second verse. You are our letter, written on our hearts, known and read by all. And right before that, it had said, or do we need, as some do, letters of recommendation to you or from you? It asks the question, but then it kind of answers it because it says, you are our letter. And then with it saying, written on our hearts, known and read by all, I think that just kind of ties to me how I interpreted it is we are a reflection of God, of Christ. And so I love that a lot because I always ask God to shine through me, radiate through me, let his love flow on to others that I come across. And I've spoke on this before. I ask in my prayers, help my heart to look like yours, Jesus. Um, so I really liked that. And then verse 4, such confidence we have through Christ towards God. And I feel like for me, how I interpreted that, it may not be the exact correct way too, but such confidence we have through Christ towards God. The confidence that you receive from God is like no other, and it's beautiful. And until I fully received God and let Jesus into my heart, I had never experienced the confidence that I do have now. That's not to say that I don't still have insecurities or, like right now, I think I look crazy. But that's not going to stop me from sharing His word. You know, it just, a lot of things just don't matter anymore because I know how God sees me, and that's truly the only thing that should matter. And then I also like the next verse, verse 5. Sorry, guys, I'm also still a little sick, so I sound kind of funny. Um, Not that of ourselves we are qualified to take credit for anything, rather, our qualification comes from God. And I think that is so true because even though I've been blessed with the ability to be creative and spread messages like this, that qualification comes from God. I'm trying to remember everything I spoke in the last video I did, even though I didn't video it. I don't, anyways. So I was also speaking on, I've been reading this book about trust. And it says one of the first things that a person who misused your trust has to do is they have to understand and admit that they have a problem or that they need help. So if they have a drinking problem, they have to admit and say, I need help with this. So basically, the book was saying they have to have humility. And obviously, the book's talking about how to trust individuals or how to retrust individuals when they ruin that trust. But you can also apply that with God. How is God going to be able to trust you if you don't even have the humility to be like, God, I need you. God, I need help with this. God, I don't know how to do this right. Or, God, I messed up. If you don't even have the humility to come to Him, how is He going to be able to help you and, trust you? It's not about, obviously, yes, you need to trust God, but it's a relationship. So, you got to have that humility. You got to be able to let Him in and say, God, I need you. Now, if you have the mindset of, oh, I got this, or if you don't even want to acknowledge the problem, if you don't even want to acknowledge that there is an issue, then you're not going to be able to get very far. You'll be stuck there until you do finally have that humility. Um, that's mainly the message that I wanted to share. I feel like I explained it a little bit better in the last explanation I just did. I love to read the Bible and then see how it applies to things that maybe I've already learned in a different way, or just the way the message is described. We really do need to stay in the Word. There's so much to learn and so much in a message that even if you read it once and then you read it a month or 2 months later, you will see something and it will resonate in a different way. I love y'all. I hope y'all can have the humility if you don't already have it, to reach out to God and say, God, I do need you. God, I need help with this. Um, I am struggling with this. What are the next steps? How can you help me with the next steps? Because when you open up that door, allowing God to help you, the creator, it's the best thing you can do. Bye, guys. Love ya. Ooh, if it didn't get this one, if it did not record this right now, I'm over it.